All right. Welcome to Stacking the Deck live in full effect at our favorite Alcohol Anonymous meeting location. We just broke for cake and cookies, and now we're going to go play some Metazoo. Now,
New Metazoo.
New Metazoo, yeah.
Not your mom's Metazoo.
Kurt, the resident Metazoo professor, the resident MZO, the resident MZ autist.
I hate that.
He is going to be our pilot on this experience, and I'd like to maybe say that this is the learn to play, the live learn to play from the position of Ed, the know nothing.
Yes, of course.
And from Kurt, the sensei.
Oh, the sensei, I've played all of 3 games, but that's more than your 0. So.
Well, honestly, you're probably in like the top 95% of people that have played this game in paper. So
that's fair. That's fair.
You're at the top of your class.
All right. Well,
so let's go ahead and explain what everybody's looking at here from a learn to play standpoint. So we have several, I guess, piles, right?
Piles, yes, correct.
Yeah. And let's articulate which each pile may or may not represent.
Sure. So I think first and foremost, we have your deck. We are playing the full game mode, so 50 cards in that deck. Goes here, as decks typically go.
Okay.
Next, you have your aura deck. Consists of 10 aura cards.
10 aura cards.
You start the game with one of your aura flipped face up.
Yep.
And then you have your caster, which for me, I've already got Bridget out and about.
And I've got Metakai.
Dude, come on.
It's way, all right.
Looks like you have way. In order to start the game, there are no... players will take the round at the same time, but you have to determine who gets first priority on the first round. You do that by rolling a d20. So we're going to do that now, and then that will also determine how we set up our lanes. So,
excellent.
I've got a 15.
Oh, man, look at this succulent d20.
Come on, don't eat it.
15?
Really, a 15? All right. 14, you got to beat that.
It's looking yummy. 18.
18, okay. So you will have the first opportunity to place one of your Terra out in this lane. I'll place it in the second, you in the third, me in the fourth.
Okay, excellent. This is a really tough decision for me, so I'm going to go ahead and just start this one right here.
Okay, so you'll put that over on?
And that's Blacksmith Fort Canyon.
Okay, cool. I'm going to put the Bridgewater Triangle here, and you'll place your last one.
And I'll play Blacksmith Fort Canyon.
Okay, come on. And I've got the cool hollow.
Wow, sticker too.
Claustral cannon.
Okay.
So for y'all that weren't aware, we both cracked one box, and we built our decks from that one box. So decks will not be optimal. This is not optimal gameplay, but this is a good first look at what you can do if you open a box of Metazoo and want to play some cards.
Yeah, so, honestly, this is very pure. Like, this is literally just one box. Each aura type, you can probably pull around 4 to 5 aura. Again, you need 10 total.
Yeah.
So the only thing really stopping you from playing really just off one box is
the aura.
Yeah. But, honestly, you could either proxy the rest of your aura if you were to buy just one box, or it could be kind of fun. Maybe you just use some of your old Metazoo aura in this case.
Very true. Very good. Yeah, you definitely could. I think even in the Metazoo main Discord, one of the employees were like, well, you can always proxy your aura if you didn't get all the ones that you needed.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I will. I'm happy to report that if you buy 2 boxes, you will get your 10 aura for each type. So, all right. So we've determined priority. You are going to be first priority. We've laid our Terra out. We're going to start the game by drawing 5 cards.
Now, can I mulligan?
There is no mulligan.
Oh, that's
mentioned in the rule book.
That's a choice
of New Metazoo.
All right.
And then also remember to put out your first aura.
I am fire aura.
And I'll be playing earth aura. So then our first turn will start. We will both start by each drawing a card at the same time. And then we will flip an aura. So you actually start the game with 2 aura.
All right, that's fair enough.
And then you have priority, so you can make the first action. Playing a card, declaring a lane, any of those things.
Okay. I think it would just make sense to go ahead and add a giant salamander into the mix.
Okay.
And I'm going to add the salamander to Blacksmith Fork Canyon.
All right. Does Blacksmith Fort Canyon have any cool?
It's
cool
a
effects?
it's mostly a equipment related effect. One
Okay.
thing about the fire deck in particular is there's a lot of equipment synergies.
Hmm.
So you like part of my reasoning picking Wei as my caster is he has an ability upgrade each friendly equipment costs one less to play and a minimum of cost of one.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So
Cool. Okay. So for my action, I'm going to tap 2. And, I'm just going to play a Pukwudgie. It says on play, I can duel, which is a new keyword, a creature in this lane. Duel means that they fight. So you compare influence, and they deal damage to one another based on their influence.
And can you tell people what on play might mean? So it almost like as if it was haste.
Yeah, exactly. On play just kind of it explains itself. It's whenever you play the card.
Okay.
That's what happens. It is important to note that any abilities, whether they cost like an aura to use or if they're a tap, you can use those right away. There is no summoning sickness in the game. You don't have to wait. Now, you do have to use an action to use that. You can't just play it and then do it without your opponent reacting, but you can use them right away. I'm going to choose not to duel my opponent because that would kill both of our creatures. So that is my action for the turn, and now it is your action. And you may be thinking to yourself, well, I'm out of aura.
Yep.
I don't think I have any 0-cost cards to play. What do I do?
Yeah.
So you will then declare a lane. So you will declare the lane, for instance, by tapping it. We will compare influence, and based on the influence of all the cards added up in that lane, that'll determine our mission points that we gain from that lane.
Yep.
A round is over once all 4 lanes have been declared. So currently we have 0 lanes declared, but it is your turn.
Mm-hmm. So in this case, I'd like to tap my salamander to gain 2 influence.
Okay. Is it gain or give?
It is give, actually.
So this is an important distinction. Yeah. In Metazoo, the keyword gain is forever. The keyword give is just once per turn. So, okay, so you tapped and you gave yourself 2 influence in the lane. Cool beans. And it's my turn. I'm going to go ahead and just declare this mission. Neither of us have anything. We're not going to get anything. So now it's your turn.
Yep. Go ahead and declare a mission as well.
All right. I'll declare this last mission.
Yep. And then I do declare this mission.
Okay. So this is important. We have our first influence add up of the game. Ed is currently at 4 influence to my 2. He has 1, but since I have a creature in the lane, he only gains 1 mission point. And again, we're playing to 30.
Yep.
So increase your mission points by 1. Once all lanes have been declared, the round is over. Whether or not you have aura left to spend, actions left to play in your hand, once all lanes have been declared, the round is over. And we start again. So we'll floop all of our terras back. We'll untap all of our things. We'll start by drawing a card for the turn, flipping an aura for the turn. Now I have the priority.
Turn order is pretty important. I don't want to get too much in the weeds, but are you playing the aura before you draw, or are you drawing before you play the aura?
That's a good distinction. I don't think it matters.
Okay.
Just because you can't do anything. Both of those actions happen before any actions can be taken. So I
can't rule shark my opponent then.
I mean, you probably could, and we can check that in the rule book, but
I'm teasing.
Currently, no. I don't have too much going on, so I think I'm just going to declare that lane, and it's your turn.
Okay, that's interesting. Very interesting. Let me see. Sorry for the delay here, kind of figuring out what I'm going to do with this. I guess I'm going to add a spiked collar to my giant salamander.
Okay, so equipment is played in the lane just like it's not equipped to a creature. It's just played in the lane, same as you would have a creature out. It has influence, same as a
Yep.
creature would,
Yep.
but you only get that influence if there is a creature present in that lane. So that's that. So that was your action for the turn. You played the giant collar. I'm going to go ahead and declare this lane,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll say your turn, or your action, rather.
Okay, and then I'll give 2 influence to my salamander.
Cool. I will declare this lane.
Mm-hmm. And then I will declare this lane.
Okay, perfect. So once again, 4 to 2 or 7 to 2. So you will gain the 1 mission point for that.
Now, one thing that's worth noting is, it says different lane. Sorry,
Ooh.
yeah, I should have played that in a different lane, but never mind. Go ahead.
So that is the round. We
Yep.
will reset our stuff. We'll both draw a card for the turn.
Don't embarrass us, Mom.
We will get another aura.
Okay.
And this turn you will have priority.
Excellent. We love priority. Now, if I wanted to inflict how can I put damage onto a creature that is on my opponent's side of the field?
So there are specific cards that would say deal X damage.
That's right.
Without that, there really isn't much else that you can do to influence the creatures. Obviously, we saw that dual keyword with Pukwudgie. There are also certain cards that have a little symbol whenever it comes up that allow you to enhance your lane with an aura, which we will talk about once they happen. But basically, that just gives that lane extra influence. And if you win the lane, then you force your opponent to destroy a card in the lane that you won if it is enhanced.
Well, what I'll do in this situation is I will add the double down chip, and on a successful mission, I gain 1 NP.
Oh,
it's an equipment.
Yeah, all right. So you're looking pretty beefy over in that lane. I don't really like that.
Got a very impressive salamander here.
I see that. I see that. I'm gonna go ahead and play tap 4 for my Earth Elusive.
Okay.
So it says on play, draw 1 card. Then, if a friendly creature or equipment with Overwhelm is in any lane, I can draw an additional card. I don't have that, so just drew the 1 card, and that's my action.
Okay. Let's see here. Now, I actually don't know the repercussions of this action, but it might be really bad for me or it could be good. But let's just see what happens. I'd like to play Wildfire and Shatter a Terra.
Okay. So that just destroys the Terra. So that Terra, we're just going to flip it over. It is destroyed. You still declare lanes just like normal, even if there's no Terra occupying that lane.
Okay.
There's just no extra effects that you can see with the rest of those Terra. All right, cool. So that was your action for the turn. I'm going to go ahead and declare this lane.
Mm-hmm.
So I am attacking for 4 uninterrupted. So I'm going to gain 2 MP.
Yep.
And that's my action for the turn.
I'll tap to gain 2 influence.
All right, sounds good. I will go ahead and declare this lane for nothing.
Yeah. Declare this lane.
Okay, so you'll earn 2 because of your
double down chip.
Yeah, your chip. And then I'll declare the last lane for 0. So then we'll reset. Each draw a card. There is no hand size in this game, so you can just have as much as you want and then get yourself another aura. So we're up to 5 now.
Okay. 5.
5, 5, 5, 5. So you're still looking pretty beefy in that lane. I think I'm going to go ahead and start by just declaring this lane. So
Okay.
you're still uncontested, so I'll gain 2 MP.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and gain 2 influence.
Okay. Use that fancy little dice of yours.
Bonk.
I think for 3. This might not pay off. Well, it might. Who knows? Ooh, you know what? I think I'm not going to do any. I'm going to just go ahead and tap 5, all 5, and I'm going to play Trample.
Oh.
So Trample says to shatter all creatures and equipment with 3 influence or less.
Oh, wow.
So that's going to destroy my Pukwudgie
And all these.
and all of those.
Okay.
And that is my action for the turn there.
All right. Well, let's see here.
Oh wait, doesn't your salamander get plus 2 influence for the turn?
Oh yeah, that's 4.
Okay, so he'll remain in the lane. It says 3 or less.
He be Sal Wyland.
He do be.
Let's see here. Give him a little spike collar again.
Okay. A little spike collar indeed.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and declare this lane for nothing.
All right. I'll declare this lane.
Okay, so grab your 2.
2.
Mm-hmm. I'll just go ahead and declare this in the round.
All right. My resilient lizard.
Resilient indeed. Okay. So we'll draw for the turn, gain an aura, and I believe you are the priority player this turn.
That is correct. I will, for 6, play a awful.
Oh, okay. Does Awful have a cool effect?
I would do tap 2 to deal 4 damage to a creature in this lane, then draw 1 card.
Wow. And that's 2. Is that 2 fire?
Yeah.
Aura that it takes to do that? That seems pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm going to. Seems pretty big. But I'm going to do 5, and I'm going to play a Hodag in this lane.
Oh,
so
diggity.
Hodag is a 7 influence creature, and it has Soar. So Soar is a new keyword.
Mm-hmm.
If your side of the field has Soar, and you win the mission, so you tap it and you win the mission, you act as if you won it uncontested. So even if you have a creature here,
yeah, it's like flying in Magic, maybe.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like you get to just attack for free, run over for free. So instead of me only getting the 1 MP for you having a creature in that lane, if I declare this lane and win, I would get the full 2 MP.
Okay.
I think I'm also going to, for the first time this game, remember my Bridget passive ability. So once per round, at the end of an action, I can untap 1 aura. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I have 2 aura, but it is still your action.
All right. I'll let's go ahead and Go ahead and tap my giant salamander.
Okay.
2 influence.
Gotcha. I think I'm going to go ahead and tap an aura to then enhance this lane. So Hodag has the cool little symbol that allows you to enhance your lane with aura. So if this lane were to be declared and I win that lane, you would have to destroy 1 card in this lane that you control. And the Earth Aura provides +1 influence while it's there. So that's my action.
It's denoted by this symbol?
Yep, that little star. I believe. Oh, yours has it. Your awful has it as well.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see a lot of mid to late game cards have that little symbol as just sort of like an extra little oomph.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll do the mission here.
Okay. Take your 2. I'm going to go ahead and declare here.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 11, 12 influence to your 6. So I will win the mission. I have soar, so I will gain the 2. And since I've enhanced the lane on a successful mission, you have to destroy 1 card in that lane that you own.
Oh no, not my awful.
He is truly, truly awful.
Yeah.
And then that's my action for the turn.
Okay.
We're just gonna resolve that.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. All right.
Aura.
Aura. Draw. And I will be the turn player here. I think for 5, I'm going to go ahead and play a Bigfoot to this lane. Bigfoot has an on-play ability that says choose a card that costs 3 or less from my discard pile and put it into my hand. I'm going to choose Pukwudgie.
Cool.
And put him into my hand. I don't know how well you guys can hear it, but Bar Locals does in fact play music, and Ed gets a little rowdy with that.
You gotta get a little rowdy. You gotta. I don't know. Should I do the thing?
Should you do the thing?
How many cards do you have in your hand?
I have a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 cards. Wow.
8 cards in my hand.
And I can't do anything with this mission because we got big guy there, huh?
That's big guy. Currently, big guy, we're tied.
Yeah.
Right? So if you were to declare this mission, it would just be a wash. Same as if there was nothing in the lane for either player.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to give 2 influence to my salamander.
Okay.
Highly influential salamander.
A very influential salamander.
Indeed.
I think I am... I'm going to do 2. And I'm going to play a Terra in this lane. So that's going to shatter your Terra.
Okay.
And I'm going to play the Cumberland Gap, which says non-caster creatures with a base cost of 5 or more cost 2 less in this lane.
Okay.
So I have done that for my action.
Okay. Maybe I'll go ahead and... It doesn't seem like the move either, does it? I'll declare this mission.
Okay. So you are, in fact, ahead. So you will get your 1 point. I think whenever you shatter a tear, it just goes into your discard.
Oh, okay.
Which is fine. I'll go ahead and declare this mission.
Okay. Non-caster creatures, the base cost of 5 or more, cost 2 less. That is crazy.
Pretty spicy.
What if I...
Set a slur.
Huh? Yeah, let's go ahead and just declare that mission.
Okay. And then I will declare this one. Take my 2 influence.
Yep.
And that will end the round.
Okay.
So we'll reset. Sorry, I'll let you read a couple of them. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll each draw.
Aura.
And then get an aura, like you said.
Yes.
And I believe I'm priority player.
See.
Okay. You know what? I think for 2, I'm going to play Pukwudgie in this lane, and I will duel your Salamander.
Okay.
So we have the same influence, so
Sure.
we will destroy each other. We will shatter each other. Nope, collar stays.
Oh.
Equipment stays. Treat equipment just like a creature, but you only get the influence if there is a creature in the lane.
Gotcha.
Sort of like you're equipping that lane with the equipment, but it's got to have something to equip to.
Gotcha.
Oh, and I'm also going to use my Bridget. I forgot. So I used an action. So once per round, I'm going to ready an aura. Sorry.
Oh, good. I guess, I don't know, declare this mission?
Okay, sure. I'll go ahead and declare this mission, and I'll take my 2, because
Okay.
you do not have a creature in that lane.
Deal 3 damage to a creature or equipment in this lane.
Don't
Sorry.
be reading.
I gotta read the cards here, fam.
Man. Cut for time.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go ahead and... Actually, I'll just declare this mission.
Okay. I think for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm going to play a Bigfoot to this lane. Grab my Pukwudgie, put it back into my hand. That'll be your action.
Okay. Seven.
7.
I'll play Blighted Embers. Shatter all creatures and equipment.
Okay. And not just in a lane, just everywhere, right?
Yeah, everywhere.
A board white. All right. Riveting. Well, I'll 2, and I'll play the Pukwudgie there.
The Puckster, huh?
Yeah. Just 2 little influence.
Okay.
He said, I'm a board white. Check this out.
Declare that mission.
I'll grab 2.
All right. He said, I'm gonna play them. I'll play all the guys.
Aura. And I believe
It's a me.
are you the priority player?
See.
Okay. He's reading it.
Yeah, my question is, I guess equipment's effect only comes in if there's also a creature in the lane.
What do you mean by effect?
Yeah, the effect.
Like the card text?
So I have Flaming Spear of Pain that would deal 3 damage to a creature or equipment in this lane.
Yeah.
But it would only be activated should there be another creature.
No, that's incorrect.
Okay.
The influence that it provides would only be granted if there's a creature in the lane.
Gotcha. All right. Well, let's go ahead and just play 3 to put this Flaming Spear of Pain into play and
Okay.
mince up that Puckwudgie.
Don't like that.
I believe it does 3 to a creature or equipment in this lane.
On play?
Sorry, no, not on play.
Yeah, so remember, you only get one action before I get a...
I got you.
I think I'm going to go ahead and declare this lane and get my 2 influence.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Before you decide to torch my poor little fellow.
Man, poor Puckster. All right. I think for a modest 6.
Oh, yeah, just a modest, huh?
I'll play the dragon here.
Holy moly. That's a lot of influence you got there, buddy.
See.
I don't know if I like that. That is a tough pill to swallow.
He's just a guy.
Yeah, I bet so. I think I'm going to go ahead and for 3, I'm going to play Growth.
Okay.
So put the top card of your Aura deck into play untapped. And then I'm going to use my Bridget effect, which will allow me to untap an Aura from the action that I played.
Okay. Let's go ahead and tap this one.
Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and for 4, I'm going to play a Golden Bear into this lane.
Sure.
For my action.
Yeah. Get my 2 points there.
Yeah. Indeed you will. I think for 3, since it does have a cost of 5, I'm going to play a Hodag into this lane.
Okay.
For my action. It's your action. I'll take my 2.
All right.
All right. So now we should both be at 10, the full 10 aura. All right. Well, I think I'll start by declaring this lane to gain my 2.
Okay. So yeah, if I was to, it would just kill your Hodag, right? Or no?
It would not kill it. You're not dealing damage. We're just comparing influence. So if you were to tap this, you would win.
So, yeah, and I'm trying to recall back when you battled or I guess not battled, but you had the mission against the Awful, right?
Yep.
It's because
of the aura.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to tap one of your aura in order to put one into the lane.
Yeah.
So now you have +1 influence, and then if you declare that mission, then I would have to destroy one of my cards.
Gotcha.
But I don't think I'm going to let that happen. So for 6, I'm going to go ahead and play my Babe, which has a whopping 10 influence. And that'll be my action for the turn.
Okay.
Oh, wait. You didn't declare this, right?
No. No, we just didn't reset them.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
But I did declare this. That was my first
Yeah,
action.
you did that one.
So I'm sitting on a cool 17 in that lane.
Mm-hmm. Cool. 17, he says.
Oh, and I almost forgot. I'm going to use my Bridget for the turn.
I'm at 12, basically, right?
Correct, yep. So the +1, and then you're 11. Yeah.
I'll play Drake.
Big old Drake, huh?
Yeah.
Does he have any cool effects, or is that just flavor text?
Just flavor.
Okay. So now you're sitting at a cool 16, huh?
17, if you count the fire aura.
5, 11, and 1 is 17.
Yeah.
Oh, did I say that?
You said 16.
Oh, I'm stupid. You know? I think for 3, I'm going to go ahead and play face to face. So I'm going to choose a friendly creature, in this instance, Babe, and it's going to duel one of your creatures in the lane, and I'm going to choose your Fire Drake.
Sure.
So we're both going to compare influence and deal damage for that.
Okay.
So I do have 5 damage on me, and this is relevant because, fire does have damage that it can deal.
Yeah, that's right. I'll play Fire Elusive. On play, draw 1. Or actually, I could play that for 2. On play, draw
Why are we playing
1.
it for 2?
Because of this thing, non-caster creatures with a base cost of... Oh, it's 5 or more. Dang. Reading. On play, draw 1 card. If any rival creature in any lane has damage, draw an additional card. So I get to draw 2 cards.
Draw 2 cards, yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead. So you're at 15, 16 to my 17. So I'm going to go ahead and declare this lane. Since I have Soar and I've won the lane, I'm going to get my 2 instead of 1. And that'll be my action for the turn. Or for my action.
Okay. Guess we'll destroy your Puckwudgie with the spear.
Okay.
Because it's just sitting there.
Not very nice.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and for 2. I'm going to play the green corn ceremony basket. So we have a new keyword here. We have Discover. It says Discover 5 and Earth card. So Discover is you look at the top 5. You reveal a card there that you want to put into your hand. I'm going to reveal Babe.
Mm-hmm.
You put the rest of those cards at the bottom in any order. So I'm going to add this card to my hand, and then it also says draw 1 card. So I'm going to draw a card. And that's my action.
I'll play a basket here.
A basket, okay. Just a little 1/1 guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go ahead and declare this lane, and I'll take my 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's your action.
Declare this lane.
All right.
So this aura comes back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'll draw. I believe. Did you draw your card as well?
Yeah.
Okay. And I believe I do have the priority. I think we'll go ahead and just do that. So I've got 17 to your 15, so I will win the 2 because I have Soar.
Mm-hmm. All the guys are so big. It's like, what do you do? I need to like bounce them back to your hands. What I need.
We don't need to do that. It's also important to note while Ed thinks about what action he's going to take. Soar, as long as a creature has soar, your entire lane has soar. So even though Babe doesn't have soar, I still have that keyword in the lane, so I will still score as if soar was in play.
That's right. That's right. Play a dog here.
A dog. An old dog, huh? Well, dog, a dog, a dog. I think I'm going to tap 8 to play a Babe into that lane.
Okay.
And then I'll use my Bridget to untap 1 aura.
Okay. Oh, no, don't draw a card.
No, it's just your action.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I just don't see. I think this is one of those situations. To be candid with people watching, I would just scoop. There's really no there's really no out like or maybe there is. Maybe you hope for a board wipe, I guess. But
Yeah.
you're just kind of looking at your cards like, oh, I can play more equipments on little guys that don't do anything, right? But
They still add to the influence, right?
yeah, I just think late game, just from a pure strategy standpoint, you just want the big stuff that does stuff.
Sure, yeah. Big stuff be biggin', right?
Yeah. Like to do 4 damage to something seems inconsequential if you can't finish it off.
If you can't kill it, right.
Yeah, because it heals next turn.
Right.
So you just sort of sit there and go, I can put Bacon Wand on dog.
Bacon Wand on
but
dog.
that ain't
Wow.
that ain't it, so.
You said that ain't it.
Yeah. Well, what I will do is I'll play Infused Igniter because I get the discount from Way. First time I get to use it because all my equipments have cost 1.
Oh,
and it reduces it by 1 to a minimum of 1.
Okay, gotcha.
So it just adds 2 influence to Spear.
Okay. So we're looking at this now being 5.
Yeah.
So 5, 6, 8.
Yep.
Cool. 8. I think for my 3, I'm going to play Mapping Trophy. So Mapping Trophy is an equipment that gives 4 influence in the lane and also says Overwhelm 3. Overwhelm is a new mechanic that we're also seeing for the first time. If you, on mission resolution, if you win the lane by whatever amount it says, you get that effect. So mine says Overwhelm 3, draw 1 card. And that is my action for the turn.
Okay. For 2, I guess I can go ahead and just play Sacred Flame to discover 5. Discover 5, a fire card, draw 1 card.
Okay, so you'll do the discover portion first. So you'll pick a fire card. You'll put the rest on the bottom of your deck, and then after you do that, then you will draw an additional card.
Yeah.
He's looking and
none of them. Yeah. Honestly, I would just put them back in the same order and just draw the top card.
So you got to pick one.
Okay, pick
and
one.
And then you put the other 4 on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
And
it's like was it Scry? Is that what that is?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you would draw that extra card.
Good, because I already did it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
So you get 2 in total. You get 1 from your discover, and then you get the second portion of that effect, which is draw one card.
Okay.
Well, that was your action. You played Sacred Flame. I'm going to go ahead and declare this lane. So I have 14 to your
8.
8.
Yeah.
So I did overwhelm by at least 3, so I will draw a card. And then I will gain the 1 mission point.
Okay. Dang. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do enough damage to really kill any of these guys. They're just too big. So, sacrifice a creature. I'll play a Jersey Devil over here on this lane.
Okay. Does it have any cool effect or no?
No.
Okay. I'll just declare this lane and gain my 1 mission point for winning the lane.
Okay. Let's see here. I could use its Piercing Scream. Sacrifice a creature in any lane. If you do, your opponent sacrifices a creature in that lane. So, all right. Goodbye, Basket Ogress.
Okay. And then I will declare that you'll take your 2.
Okay.
And then we will begin again. And I believe you are the priority player this turn.
I wonder if tokens count as creatures.
They do.
Because this would be kind of busted with lightning. Just sack a bunch of tokens.
Yeah.
Blah. Dang. Oh, man. So that would be 3, 6, 9. All right. I don't know. This doesn't make sense, but I'm going to just do it just because it's crazy.
Okay.
Play Awful here. On play, deal 3 damage to each creature in this lane.
Okay. It does, give you 8 influence.
Yeah.
So you're at, 1923 in that lane, which is pretty crazy.
See.
I think I'm going to go ahead and declare here, get my 1 point, and draw a card.
Okay. You're right there? Oh, that's right.
It's your turn.
The passing of this is actually going to require some getting used to for me.
Yeah, I thought I was doing all that I could whenever I said it's your action.
I just have so many, at this point, decades of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic baked into my brain where it's like you do all the things in your turn, you go, pass turn.
True. That's not the case here. We trade actions in our.
Well, what I will do is I will try to burn you and kill something because that seems like a thing to do, right?
Sure. Well, everything in this lane has 3 damage on it, including your guys, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So we'll put that little 3 there.
2 damage. 6. I'll just declare that mission.
Okay.
Get my 2 points there.
Do you have a sore?
Oh, sorry, 1 point.
1 point.
I'm just feeling a little sore.
I understand.
Yeah.
For 6, I'll play Bigfoot. So Bigfoot says, on play, you may duel a creature in this land. So I'm going to duel Jersey Devil.
Oh.
which will
Cool. Kill
shatter
him.
it.
Yeah.
No, we call it shatter it in this game.
Oh, okay.
And that's my action.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's like there's really not a whole lot to do, man. Play Bacon Wand for 1.
Okay. Let's bake them on, do something cool.
Search your discard pile for an equipment card and put it into your hand.
Oh, okay. So you're sitting at what?
10,
4,
11.
9. Oh, so this gives all your equipment in this lane?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Each other from you.
Gotcha. I think I'm still going to... Do I want to? I'm going to play a Ghostier in this lane. So
Okay.
it says, on play, discover 5, an earth creature or equipment. I think I'm going to pick Hodag.
Oh, diggity.
And these will go to the bottom. And that's my action for the turn. I will utilize my Bridget ability to untap one of my aura after an action.
Okay, I'll play Drop Bear and do 3 to that dude.
3 to that dude. 5
Finally, something small enough I could kill.
for Hodag in this lane.
Cool. Love that.
That's my action.
Okay, well.
Okay, so I did win, and I do have Soar.
Yep.
So I'll grab the 2.
And then game.
Yeah, and then I'll declare there for 2.
Cool. Well,
guys,
that's Metazoo.
I hope you enjoyed this this first preliminary gameplay of Metazoo. We appreciate you guys watching.
Yeah.
Definitely more to come.
Don't play Flame. Flame sucks, y'all. It's a trash aura type. If you like losing, then you should definitely play it.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
Not
overall,
bad,
decent experience.
Okay.
I give it a decent on the decent.
Would you play this this game again?
I would play it again.
Wow.
I think there is enough decision making to make it an interesting game. I think that's really what the core, like what makes a good card game is like choice and the way you're choosing to operate the missions and the lanes. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I guess the only difference is like hopefully in the next set there might be more of an instant speed, like feeling like you can do something in response, because that's been one, I guess, critique that I have seen from other people too, where it's like, oh, once you really kind of lose a footing, it's really hard to find a way back into the game.
Depending on the archetype, it's
like
you feel like you can just never make it back.
Like at least with Flame, there's a point where you just look at it and like, okay, I can do 3 or 2 damage to a lot of things.
Yeah.
But especially when everything heals itself,
right?
It doesn't make much of a difference.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And I almost wonder if there was a way to make Flame play more like a burn deck, like red deck wins kind of feel in classic TCG world, which
could be.
I don't know if that's really how this feels, because you're inflicting the damage to, again, characters or creatures that get the health back, but it's not moving the objective forward.
Right, exactly.
So that's just like game feedback, but otherwise, I mean,
fun game.
Yeah, huh? I could and have played worse games.
Wow.
So I don't know if that's a glaring or a positive review, but that's just a review.
That's just a review, huh?
Yeah.
Well.
All right. Thanks for stacking the deck with us, y'all.
Whoa, this ain't a podcast. Thanks for playing the game with us.
That too.
Y'all have a good one.